his work from his documentary about Bat Kid, the heartwarming story of a boy with leukemia who got to save San Francisco through Make-A-Wish. Don Hardy has won Emmys and been featured at Sundance. As a documentary filmmaker, he has done some difficult work shining light in dark places.
I know what it's like to be hungry.
But he may have just met his match.
I know what it's like to eat out of a dumpster.
Because when you look at homelessness in total, it's such a gigantic issue. So how do you break it down into something that people can relate to and might want to watch?
His latest project is a documentary series called The Way Home. It starts with some history.
We wanted to see, when did the term homeless start making its way into the news and just being something that people would say. And it does trace back to the Reagan era and a lot of the initiatives that he defunded.
President Reagan slashed spending on public housing and subsidized housing. Now, 40 years later, this is our grim reality.
There are more people on the streets, there's not a lot of housing available, and you're dealing with a lot of smaller organizations who are trying to make a difference while waiting for the federal government and the state government to catch up.
We can't expect people to live healthy lives if they don't have a stable roof over their head.
Beshara Shukair is the chief community health officer with Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser helped fund the film. Its hospitals are often overwhelmed with this population.
We know that if you're homeless and you get admitted to the hospital, you stay 2 to 3 days longer. And when you're discharged from the hospital, you're 50% more likely to be readmitted.
This series touches on a lot of what we've covered in Project Home, like the alarming number of people aging into homelessness, or how this crisis disproportionately impacts the Black population. Hardy, like so many people who've covered this topic, found a personal connection that changed the way he thinks about the unhoused population.
My interaction with one woman, her name's Donna Smith, so she ended up living in a van with her son down near the beach here in Alameda. And it's a place where I go walk my dog all the time. And just thinking about how she had everything working for her. She had a home, a good job, and then it just all went away.
That's what he wants Californians to take away from this, the human side of this crisis. These are the protagonists we don't naturally sympathize with. But Hardy says we have to, if we ever want, to help.
But we really do hope the series can be a vehicle for dialogue and change throughout the U.S. and maybe beyond.